One of the biggest differences between vlogging and any other kind of writing that I do is the relationship between I and the author. In most mediums, it's assumed that I is not the author. No one listens to Bob Dylan sing Boots of Spanish Leather and assumes that Bob Dylan is the protagonist of that song. And even though I've already confessed to this sort of autobiographical, confessional style of writing, there's still a little bit of security in that distance between I and the author. Like if there was ever an emergency, you could bail on the whole thing, say they're just songs, they never meant anything, it was always made up. This isn't the case with a vlog. Vlogging is a medium in which I think a lot of the appeal is precisely the assumption that I does equal the author. So sometimes I am a little bit uncomfortable with the nakedness of the whole thing. There's no way for me to do these and pretend that I'm not just a guy talking to a camera in a makeshift set in his parents' house. Anyway, it's difficult for me to do a vlog about this song because this song is about my dad. And I could say so many things about my dad. It's actually probably easier for me to start with things that he would not want me to say, like his name, and something that he would not want me to do, like show his picture or make a vlog about him in the first place. He's old school enough to still not really trust the internet with his face and his name and his son talking about him. He's a guy who's fond of saying, there's a T-Rex hidden behind every bush. This song has a lot to do with that mentality, so there's something. My dad has had a couple of surgeries recently, and statistically, these have been nothing to worry about kinds of surgeries, but still, he's prepared for the worst case scenario. So we sit down and we talk about it. We talk about the logistics of everything. What would you do? And I think that is a weird conversation for any child to have with their parent. Where he is ever capable and very prepared for the worst case scenario, I do feel like I am equally unprepared. Something that's funny is that he's lived this extremely pragmatic life, served a full career in the military, and now he has a full career outside of the military, and he's worked extremely hard so that I can have this weird life of a music teacher, songwriter who makes YouTube videos. When I was in 3rd grade, I had to write a fantasy story for a class, and I must have been having kind of a hard time with it, so I went to my dad for help. He had this idea to write a story about Jack and the Beanstalk, except from the giant's perspective. So it's a story about this giant who's minding his own business. He's just finished with his breakfast of like 7 tubs of milk and 4 cows and 3 pigs, and some little punk, Jack, breaks into his house and steals his amazing golden egg laying goose. Dad ended up more or less writing the whole story, and I turned it in and I got a great grade, and I was just really psyched to have been able to be a part of the story in the first place. And looking back, I wonder if this was the moment that writing became important to me. And I don't really know what else to say about it. My dad loves me so much that it's made me a little bit terrified to have kids, because I'm afraid of loving anything that much. Hey, if you liked this video, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff here in February. Leave a comment in the comment section. Mail a comic to my P.O. box. Leave a comment and tell me how the love of your parents makes you afraid to live. Yeah.